Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel for another video today. I was inspired to make a video chitty-chatting with you guys a little bit today after doing my morning routine. Let me explain a little bit. So pretty much every morning I sit and have my coffee and I will look over a few different things. I'll check my email, I'll check the Facebook group for Orderly Meds, I will check the Reddit Mounjaro thread, the Reddit tirzepatide thread, the ZEPBOUND thread, just kind of like going through, on your Reddit home screen or whatever, it'll show you the most recent post for your communities that you follow and all of that. So it's just kind of something that I do every day as I sit down and start to drink my coffee. I will just kind of go through and check that stuff. Some people check Facebook, I check Mounjaro Reddit. So as I was doing that this morning, I was seeing a lot of just really serious overthinking posts, a lot of worrying posts, a lot of things that just put me in the headspace to be like, whoa, let's all take a deep breath here, have a little chat and try and figure this all out. There's a lot of just anxiety and worry going on right now regarding the tirzepatide compound. And then there's just a lot of new people starting Mounjaro, starting ZEPBOUND, starting tirzepatide that are struggling a little bit with how to do it, what to do, when to do it. Are they doing it wrong? All of that. And so I want to just offer you guys a little bit of encouragement today. If you're new here, my name is Brittany and I have lost 85 pounds now on Mounjaro or tirzepatide GLP-1 medication. I've been on it since November 2022. And so I have experienced this Mounjaro craze, you could say, from the very beginning, before it was a national shortage thing, all the way up until now. And so I have a lot that I could speak on in terms of motivation and encouragement and riding the wave, as I mentioned in my last video. So I want to offer you guys a little bit of hope and encouragement today. And so let's just jump right on into it. The first thing that I've been seeing a lot of is, what can I eat? What can I not eat? What is good to drink? What's good to help with constipation? Just like all of these constant overthinking questions. What foods should I avoid? How many calories should I eat in a day? And what I want to say to all of that is, yes, that's important. It's absolutely important to be monitoring what you're eating and that you're getting nutritionally dense foods and all of that. But one of the beautiful things, the most beautiful thing about GLP-1 medications is that it quiets, for most of us, the food noise. And so when you really get into a therapeutic treatment dose of the Mounjaro, which we're going to touch on in a second, you are going to have that decreased food noise. You're going to have that decreased appetite. And so the overthinking right now is just really not as necessary as as a lot of people are making it seem. And so I wanted to offer that to you guys. Most people that I have spoken to, I know there are a lot of calorie counters out there, but everybody that I know in real life that's been on Mounjaro, a lot of you that I communicate over email with, don't count calories and you don't count your macros or whatever, because that's the whole point. In my personal opinion, the whole point is to rebalance our hormones and rebalance our brains so that we can function like the hormonally sufficient, healthy, thin person that never thinks about calories and never thinks about macros and just naturally craves and eats healthier, more nutritious foods. And that is what we're all going for. That is what we want to be. And so when you add in the pressure of talking to yourself about the overly pressurizing yourself of eating the right thing and eating the right amount of things and all of that, all we're doing is just turning this into another diet cycle. All we're doing is putting too much stress on it, creating it, making it into a fad, making it into a Weight Watchers type thing or a low carb diet type thing or whatever, where you are still constantly focused on food, what you're putting in your mouth. And that is literally against the entire point of GLP-1 medications. We are supposed to be quieting that. We're supposed to be freeing up space in our brain to think and do and act on other things, to explore other things besides having food be the only thing that we think about day in and day out. And that's something that I'm seeing a lot more of recently, and it really worries me as somebody who has experienced the full potential of this medication. I don't want other new people to get the idea that it's the same old thing. It's the same old obsessing over food, obsessing over calories, obsessing over everything thing, because that's not what this is. We're trying to reverse that entire thing, reverse the way we've been brought up, reverse the way we've thought about dieting our whole lives, and welcoming ourselves into this new world of rebalancing our hormones and finally addressing that we had a hormonal imbalance the entire time. So I would encourage you to take a deep breath. I know it's hard. Take a deep breath, take a step back, and try to enjoy the process of GLP-1. Enjoy the wave, because there is a wave. You'll have times where you're more excited, where you're more hungry, and then you're less hungry, and then you have more side effects and you have less side effects. If most of us that are on this kind of know that it's a wave of when you take your pill, then you kind of ride the wave and you ride it back down until you take your next shot. I said pill, but I meant shot. Until you take your next shot, and then it kind of starts all over again. But it is prudent that you get to a therapeutic dose. So another thing that I wanted to touch on is that I saw this post recently by a nurse practitioner or a PA, one or the other, in the Orderly group. And if you're in that group, I'm sure you saw that post as well, where she was talking about, she was posting as a user of a GLP-1, not as a healthcare professional. But one of the things that she mentioned that I thought was really important to know is why people are being so difficult or so hesitant to titrate up the way you're supposed to, especially with the 2.5 milligram dosage. I know people that stay on that dosage the entire time and they lose weight on it or whatever. However, for the general public, 2.5 is a starter dose, not a therapeutic dose of the medicine. And it's meant to get your body used to the medicine, get things started. And so that is why when a lot of us start on 2.5, we don't have the same experience that some others may, which I've touched on this before, but it's all a hormonal thing. It's all about the level of hormones that you had in your body to begin with. But most of us won't respond to 2.5. And I think that's something that is very important to note, because again, it all ties into the obsession. Like, why is this person online losing 15 pounds on the 2.5 milligram dosage and I've not lost a single pound? I've not had any food noise reduction, because it's not meant to. It's just not meant to. It does for some people. I'm not negating that. Don't come at me saying that you've lost 20 pounds on 2.5 and that you've been on it for weeks and weeks and it's working great for you. It does for some people, but for the vast majority of us, 2.5 milligrams is a builder starter dose, not a therapeutic effective dose of the GLP-1 medication. It's the same thing with the starter dose of semaglutide. It's meant to get you started, get your body used to it, and hopefully minimize side effects, so that when you get to a higher dose and it is starting to work the way that it was meant to work, you don't have as many crazy side effects and you eased your body into it easily. I know somebody personally in my own life that when she started on Wegovy, she was not able to find starter doses anywhere, and her doctor was basically like, you can start on a higher dose, but you're gonna regret it. And let me tell y'all, she did regret it. She was throwing up, she was having diarrhea, she was nauseous for weeks and weeks and weeks, because she didn't allow her body to get used to it with the lower starter doses. So if you are somebody that is comparing your journey on 2.5 to somebody else's, I would encourage you to take a step back, I was trying to say take a deep breath and a step back, and I kind of combined them into two, but you get the point. Take a deep breath, take a step back, and try to ride the wave. I promise you, for the majority of us, eventually this medication works. Eventually this medication will change the way that you view weight loss and dieting and food in general, if you just allow it to work. I just wanted to offer you guys, seeing all of those posts this morning, it really concerned me, and it really made me feel anxious and sad for all of the people making those posts and for going through it. And I know you're new and I know you don't know what to expect, but I want to offer some encouragement that it'll work out. We don't have to overthink it. The beauty of this medicine is that you don't have to overthink it. And there's a lot of overthinking going on right now. but we don't have to do that. Take the medicine as prescribed. Go up when your doctor and you decide that it is right to go up, not when other people on the internet are going up, and try to really hone in on your personal experience on GLP-1 and not somebody else's. I share my personal experience, and I know that I've done that the entire time. And so I know there's a lot of you that have looked at my experience and have either related to me or have not related to me. And most of you are, you know, really kind and welcoming to others in the comments. And you'll say, well, Brittany experienced this, but I didn't. Let me tell you what my experience was. And I think that that is beautiful to be able to read through comments and see lots of different experiences in a healthy, non-anxious way. If you are, just take a deep breath, guys. I promise you it works out. I promise that you don't have to obsess about everything that goes in your mouth. This is the point. We're getting there. This is the point. And it's going to be such a beautiful thing in 5, 10, 15 years to look back and have all of these perfectly hormonally balanced people who are way healthier and have a way healthier experience with food, and to be able to look back on ourselves and all the things that we said and worried about and laugh. I will look back at even just back in 2022, and I will look at the amount or think about the amount of food that I ate at that time, or the amount of times that I worried about food or I let myself get upset about food. And I will just, it's just like, I don't even relate to that person anymore. Sometimes it's hard for me to even think back on the amount of food that I was able to eat, because it's just been so long since then, and it's just something that I don't do anymore. But we're all gonna have that viewpoint pretty soon if we stick with it. And if you're worrying about the compounded tirzepatide, I do want to offer you some more, enlightenment on that. I've been keeping tabs on that whole situation. And again, still as of right now, the health regulator has not officially removed Mounjaro ZEPBOUND from the shortage list. I know that you can go on the FDA website and you can see that all of the doses are listed as available, but if you search tirzepatide by itself, it comes up as the brand name's Mounjaro ZEPBOUND, and it still says currently in shortage. There's so much misinformation going on about this right now, but the health regulator himself has to remove it officially, the entire drug, from the shortage list before it will affect compounded medications. That has not been done, and it doesn't look like it's going to be done in the near future, because the health regulator has to confirm that all doses are being able to be shipped out and filled within a timely manner, that back orders have been able to be filled within a timely manner, that they're catching up on all of these back orders and able to keep up with all of the new orders. That's the big thing. Are they able to fill all of these prescriptions that people have been trying to get for months? And are they able to also simultaneously fill all of the new orders? And that has to happen before, that has to be proven to the health regulator before they're going to remove the thing. So all of you that are worried and they're ordering multiple vials to keep it in your refrigerator, make sure you have some. I understand it, I get it, but I would encourage you to maybe not order a year's worth of medication that is going to be past the BUD or the bud date, because I think that right now it's a scare tactic, it's a political move. They have their shareholders meeting tomorrow on Thursday. And again, also, you can listen in on that shareholders meeting. I'm going to be listening in on it, and I probably will provide some updates on it. If you don't want to sit and listen to the whole thing, you can also go back later and watch it if you aren't able to watch it live. But there's a link that will actually be posted on the Eli Lilly website. There'll be a live link, and then there'll be a re-listen or a rebroadcast link that you can go and follow and listen in on the call about all the things that they're talking about, Eli Lilly and their financial report and all of that. There are a lot of critics right now saying that this shortage thing was a move to please the financial investors and all of the shareholders and all of that. We'll see how that goes tomorrow. So I did just want to give you a heads up that if you are somebody interested in that topic, you can listen in on it, or you can just wait for one of the many content creators, me, myself included, that I'm sure will give a little update on that. So I just wanted to sit down and have a chitty chat with you guys today, offer you some encouragement. I promise you'll get there. If you have any questions or thoughts or concerns, please leave it down below. I have an amazing community here that is willing to help each other out and talk to each other. For the emoji of the day, let's do a school bus because my kids go back to school tomorrow. And I'm gonna have a lot more time to research and film videos for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it gave you some motivation and encouragement to get through your day. And as always, leave down below what you did to move your body today. Me this morning, I have started a new little thing where I'm trying to do 100 jumping jacks and 100 squats a day. I'm gonna be updating on that throughout the next month as well. So I did that this morning. I've already gotten that out of the way, and I probably will take a walk this evening as well. So let me know down below how you're moving your body. Drop me a school bus and drop me any comments or questions or thoughts or concerns that you have about your GLP-1 journey. And I will see you guys later in the week for a update on how my maintenance journey is going. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye.